Hello everyone, welcome back to our Mudbox tutorial series on our sculpted creature. Before we get started, I just wanted to kind of explain about these red dots again, kind of talking about from our last lesson. These are mesh errors from our iMesh, and to turn them off, you just go over to display, and where it says mesh errors, just uncheck those ones and they'll go away for now. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and keep on going here. Where we left off with was kind of building the muscles down the arms. I'm going to go ahead, keep on moving on here. I'm just going to, not quite that intense. Let's bring it down to 0.25 again. And kind of build in some of where the wrist is going to be at. Okay, and then where that's at, I'm just going to smooth it back out. I think in this spot right in here, it's a little bit too intense. Let's actually just carve this back a little bit. I'll smooth that out again. Yeah, I kind of like that look a little bit better anyways. We'll just do the same thing on this side. Smooth that out. Move this part here out, and actually not a bad spot for our wrist. Okay. I'm also going to work over these fingers a little bit now that we're down near them. And for these guys, just you see how like how flat they are. I'm just going to add a little bit of volume to the sides of them to and smooth it back out. I'm just going to do the same thing around here. Again, just smoothing it back out. It'll just help with the folds we're going to add in a little bit later on. Same thing on this side, just little pops here and there. Smooth that out. I'm going to give a little more volume to the end of the fingers. Eventually, I'm going to want to build in some fingernails when I have at a higher subdivision level. Okay, that's good. Just carry it over a little bit. Side. 3 clicks. Good. Same thing here. Smooth those guys out. There we go. Okay, that's good. Okay, breaking that up a bit. I want to get a little bit of geometry over the top. Let's just give a little quick sculpt. There's some knuckles from the base mesh that's kind of creating some like dimple-ish kind of things going on here. So I'm just going to sculpt over the top of them that will help break it up a bit. A little bit from right in there. That's good. Okay, you do it back up into the wrist a little bit. Very good. Let's go ahead and work on the underneath here, the palm area. I just add one in there, one right in there. We have the cross section that comes along in there. That's a little bit too thick. How about like that? It's a little bit too much. Okay. Let's smooth these guys both out. There we go. That's okay. Also, we can work over some of this stuff in here. I'm going to use the flatten tool. Take away some of this callus in here. It's a little bit too intense. I'll smooth it out a little bit more, and there we go. I think all that's left is for me to deal with is the thumb here. Okay. Okay, same thing on the top. Give it a little bit like there, and a little bit on the knuckle. Just kind of smooth all that out. Okay, I'm not really liking this part here. I think that's a little bit too intense, so to go over that as well. Okay, smooth some of this out as well. Let's go to flatten again. Flatten. Smooth that out a little bit more. There we go. And this part in here where I'm not liking that, just use the grab tool, and let's do push it in. Okay, smooth that out a little bit. Looks a little bit more acceptable. Okay, let's go ahead and come back over to the back side here. I do want to get a little bit more wrinklage going on in here. Let's put the foamy tool first a little bit here. Let's go and switch over to this one. Strength still at 0.5, still on Mirror X. Let's go ahead and just use that to paint in some wrinkles in here. Foamy's good. It's a nice soft tool to be able to paint in some soft wrinkles. Looks like I do want to retain a little bit of that. So these wrinkles kind of come up, and they're going to kind of come up into his lower back, kind of like a rib cage a little bit. Let's go back to sculpt. Excuse me. Just build that up right there. Move that back out. Okay, move this back out as well. Have it come up and connect up to where the back of the spine here is. I'm going to smooth this a little bit too intense. Let's bring that down a little bit. Let's bring it from 100 down to, let's see, 17. That's good. We'll just go over the top of here like this. Okay, that's good. For the butt, over to our grab tool. Actually, no, we'll use Sculpt. We'll just do Control and just do a little invert, kind of push in just a little bit right in here. And then on the outside here, kind of just give it a little bit more. Probably good. And then maybe you just see how it kind of comes down here. So get that weird kind of reverse flip kind of thing going on here. So I'm going to bring it down like so. Make some kneecaps. Okay. Give them some caps. There we go. Add a little bit right in there. Okay, this might be a little bit too intense right there. I'm about to smooth it or push it down. We'll see. Okay then. All right. Gonna give them a little bit more right in there if I can. Yeah, that looks good. Keep working our way around the body here. See what else needs to happen. I think for like the crack here, this all needs to be brought together. So let's see if we can just do pinch his cheeks together. Pinch isn't quite getting it. Let's do the grab. Okay, and then we'll also just add a little bit more sculpt on top of this flat kind of also flatten it out. Or grab kind of flatten it out. There we go. I'm happy with that. I need a little bit more volume on the side. Let's see what happens if we use the inflate tool on it. Go over here where it says bulge. And let's just not too much. Let's bring it down to 5. So way too much. 1. That's good. I'll have the bulge tool out. Maybe we'll use a little bit of it on the caps down here. That's good. Okay. Maybe a little bit on the shoulders. Not quite that much. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, let's go ahead and start working on some of the wrinkles up on the forehead. Let's sculpt those ones in. And before we do let's just do like some that are, and I might need to turn mirroring off of this. I'll do, once I need more resolution to make this work really good though. Yeah, you see how jittery some of this is? It's not going to be very good, so it might not be a good time to do it up here. Maybe I'll just do some of the bigger strokes then, just do something like that. Like he has like this furrowed brow that just keeps going back. And I'm gonna have his wrinkles just go right up into his tentacle things. Okay. get to the other side too. They didn't have symmetry turned on, which is fun. You know, always working symmetrically. Asymmetry going on eventually. And I'm just going to fur up the end part here a little bit. That's good. Do the same thing over here. Just kind of distorting the outside of it with a less uniform shape. Okay. Let's go ahead and work over this lip area here. And then dig in the nostril area. Okay. Let's do a little bit of some wrinklage cone down this way. See if we have enough geometry to do that anyways. Okay, 3.25. Let's see about adding the stamp turned on and see how that works for us. Add some foamy in here. Move that back out. Okay, kind of just have them go underneath the cheek here. Big old wipes. Under here. Okay. See what guys got in here. Just kind of okay. Roughly he is blocked in the way I want. I can go ahead and step up a subdivision level and start working a little bit more details. Okay, so let's go ahead and before I even do that, I think that this part right here, turn this back on, flex. His lips area here needs to come out a little bit more, so I'm gonna see if I just grab in this. Just make some adjustments. Adjust cheekbones a little. Okay. Actually, the one thing I think I forgot to do was the feet. So before I step up subdivision level, let's go ahead and add all to the feet. And I'm also noticing I'm also near the 20-minute mark, so maybe I might have to just step up subdivision and then break this into another lesson. All right, so we're going to work on just trying to stamp off. Let's bring this up to 0.5. Just add a little bit of volume in here. Add some volume on the back side so I can build in the Achilles. Okay, something like that. Let's go ahead and it's just trying to get a subtle kind of look. That for me actually probably better. Bring smooth back up. Soften some of this up. All right, so okay. Go ahead and save. So save scene as calls creature. This is my second iteration, so I'll just call it. No, actually, I'll just also overwrite it. Creature mud. Yeah, go ahead and replace it. Okay. So just an FYI, in case you guys didn't know that already, save scene as. You have to make sure it has a .mud extension for it to be a mud file. Okay, so let's go ahead and step up a subdivision level, see if that's where we want to be at. From this subdivision level, we want to be able to add in texture. So we might have to step up a couple, but we're going to go to Mesh, add subdivision level, options, okay, let's do edit, select all. There we go. That's subdivision level 4. I'll hit Shift D, go up one more. Subdivision level 5. We're at 1,969,000. And that might be good. Let's go ahead and test that out before we go any higher. Do Sculpt. Let's do just, oh, we need to create a Sculpt layer. That's right. So we're going to go to Layers, add a new layer. We call this one Sculpt L5. So we know what layer that goes to. And let's go ahead and take a look. I think that that's pretty good. I think that L5 will work for us. So we're at 24 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and save here. And then in the next lesson, we'll go ahead and start painting some skin texture, or sculpting in some skin texture and adding some refining details. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next lesson.